Good afternoon and welcome along to Ainslie Park in Edinburgh for the first of 3 European Women's Under-17 Championships Round 2 qualifiers, League B Group 3 matches. The name gets longer every single time. We kick things off with Scotland against Israel with kick-off fast approaching. Joining me, Amy Canavan, in commentary is near half-centurion for Scotland and current Hibernian captain Joelle Murray. Joelle, it's a pleasure to be alongside you. Are you looking forward to seeing the next generation, the ones that are hot on your heels?
I am. I certainly am, Amy. It's a group that I'm fairly familiar with, having kind of worked with a few of them with the Under-16s, and a very talented group. So yes, to answer your question, I certainly am.
That's something that manager Polly McDonald has said pre-match, that this is a really exciting group, Joelle, and that's going to be the intriguing thing with you alongside us, because this is what the Scotland fans need to see, don't they? The next generation coming through.
Yeah, absolutely. We always look to the A squad, but for me, the talent and the next generation, like you said, Amy, is this group of players, the group of players that'll be the future for our country.
Well, let's not muck around any longer and we will get to that Scotland team news. Starting in goal is Ava Easton. It's a back four of Erin Husband, Amy Black, Maddie Finney and Jessica Husband. Brodie Greenwood will be sitting with the captain's armband around her bicep just in front of them. Continuing the 4-1-4-1 formation, Rebecca Taylor, Sophie Black, Mason Clark and Erin Brown will be behind Laura Berry, leading the line for Scotland. To our visitors for this afternoon's game, with kick-off approaching at 3 o'clock, it is Israel. In goal is Mariana Vodolozov. The back line, Israel lining up in a 4-4-2 formation, is Ariel, Tal, Cohen and Keenan. The 4 in midfield, Rothhazen, Moore, Ovaida and Perez, and up top Golden and Moscovici. Polly McDonald has had her squad for a few days, but she had them out in Greece just a matter of weeks ago, playing a double header of friendlies against the Greek outfit. And Joelle, just having so much time with her camp since the turn of the year, not only will it benefit Pauline, but it'll benefit the players as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, Pauline is a very experienced and a very knowledgeable coach, so the players will be learning a lot from her alone, but she will be wanting to kind of bed in her philosophies, the playing styles, and the more time she has with the group of players, the better.
As we say, this is the League B of the European Championships of the qualifying, and if Scotland do manage to get out of this group, they will progress into League A, which makes a little bit of sense, and obviously the more elite rounds that you get into, the tougher opponents you will come across. As you can see around the ground, the snow has managed to shift off. It's bitterly cold here at Ainslie Park. A few healthy fans have managed to make their way out in the stand at the home of Spartans, just as Polly McDonald and co make their way out into the dugout. And the match officials for this one coming from the Netherlands and Germany. Mariska Overtoom in the middle of the park. Actually the first time that Scotland have hosted this tournament at this level, this mini tournament. On Sunday rather, sorry, today is Wednesday, no, today it's Thursday. On Sunday rather, Israel and Georgia will be going off against each other, and then on Wednesday Scotland will finish everything off the way they start it. They'll take on Georgia in this 3-team tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the teams, Scotland and Israel.
And here are the sides making their way out onto the turf. So Scotland led out by Brodie Greenwood. And Israel being led out by Dolev Ovaida.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be
Here come the national anthems.
Anthems of both countries. First of all, the national anthem of Israel. And now the national anthem of Scotland. To kick off this afternoon here at Ainslie Park. Welcome all to this afternoon's European Women's Under-17s Championship qualifying fixture. Scotland versus Israel.
Just heard the anthems there, Joelle, and seeing these players getting to play in front of their home fans, their family and their friends, that'll mean an awful lot, won't it?
It certainly will, Amy. It might even be a few of the players out there in blue first time playing in front of friends and family in a competitive tournament. So there will be emotions, but hopefully those emotions don't impact their performance on the pitch.
Number 20, Ronnie Ariel. Playing up for Scotland today, number 1, Ava Easton. Number 2, Erin Husband.
It's just getting one final photo opportunity.
Number 5, Madison Finney. Number 6,
As the two managers have just shook hands below us.
Number 9, Laura Berry. Number 10, Sophie Black. Number 13, Jessica Husband. And number 17, Erin Brown. Directing this afternoon from the Netherlands is Mariska Overton. Assisting this afternoon by Martina Boer from the Netherlands and Isabel Steiker from Germany. And your fourth official, also from Germany this afternoon, is Fabienne Michel.
Scotland players going through their final few paces. And as we say, we expect them to set up in a 4-1-4-1 formation. Polly McDonald is hoping that they'll dominate the ball, enjoy large periods of possession. Brodie Greenwood has a huge smile on her face, quite rightly so, captaining her country this afternoon, heading into the huddle for one final bout of words of wisdom. What do you say, Joelle? You've had many of these.
Yeah, I certainly have, Amy. It probably differs game to game. I try to keep it short and sweet. Don't want to kind of give over too much information just prior to kick-off, but yeah, I tend to keep it short and sweet, re-emphasising kind of important points that we spoke about, but hopefully just trying to motivate the players ahead of a 90 minutes.
Well, Brodie Greenwood's spiel might be a little bit too long for the referee's liking. She's getting told to hurry up. And kick-off will be fast approaching. It will be Laura Berry to get us underway for Scotland. And Berry does so. Israel managing to grapple possession already. Jessica Husband rather, sorry. Mason Clark winning that header. Brown trying to pick out Berry. Well cleared by Cohen. Finney to Black. To Erin Husband on the far side. Rebecca Taylor. Ball's intercepted by Israel, and again coming through. Scotland managing to regain their shape rather well. Put under pressure by Sophia Black. Neat turn though from Paredes. Easton is able to clear out for a throw. Bright start from both sides, Joelle.
Yeah, it certainly is a really good start. Israel kind of on the front foot there, and a fantastically timed recovery challenge there from Amy Black, considering she was in the penalty box. She needed to really time that well, and she got a lot of contact on the ball.
It's indeed a corner for Israel on the far side. Whipped in, Easton with a strong punch out. As far as Moore, she thinks about the shot. Aided on by Mason Clark in the clearance, not quite out the woods yet, Scotland though. Again Clark manages to bring some breathing space for Scotland in the back line. And Berry to push forward with Erin Brown in support. There's a slack clearance. Scotland, Berry feeding it through. Neat opportunity for Scotland, and it is an early goal for Rebecca Taylor. Fantastic pressure from Scotland to capitalise on the Israeli mistake. And a dream start for Polly McDonald in Scotland, Joelle.
An unbelievable start, Amy. I don't know what was better, the finish or the celebrations there from the girls, but a fantastic start, capitalising on a misplaced pass from the goalkeeper, and the girls were composed under pressure. They worked the ball well round the defenders, and a fantastically cool and calm finish into the back of the net.
Just 4 minutes in, Rebecca Taylor with her 4th goal at this level. And as Joelle says, it seems that the players have been practising Our goal celebrations. And a dream start for Pauline McDonald's side. Finney wins that. Husband Brown just shrugs off the Israeli defence, and she's on the chase now. Israeli captain Vida covering well. You'll have liked that, Joel.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm all about the defending, and she certainly covered that well, extremely well.
Scotland high pressure again, trying to contain Israel, and have managed to win a throw-in on the far side. Erin Husband will take. Taylor manages to keep it alive. Husband now. Using Clark, stretching play. Spin to Taylor again. Hugging that far touchline.
That's good from Scotland, Amy. They're being composed in possession. They're working the ball left to right, right to left, and they're not forcing it forward under pressure. They're working the gaps, and they're waiting for that opportunity to make that penetrating pass.
Patience in their play, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Finney with a bit of space to trot forward. Husband now carrying that on. Just able to cook that one a little. You can hear the cries of Pauline McDonald, as we will throughout the afternoon, no doubt, Joel, but she's just asking or telling our team just to talk to each other.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'd be doing the same. It's a bugbear of mine, Amy. I always say that communication's the easiest part of the game, and unfortunately, it's a lot of players don't often do it. So yeah, of course, it's a valid point from Pauline, and hopefully they take note of that.
Rebecca Taylor managing to pick up a slack piece of defending from Israel again, and we'll need to keep her under control. She's enjoying the ball in these early stages and has won a corner on the far side.
Yeah, Rebecca Taylor started very, very lively, and it was a fantastic through ball there from Amy Clark, the centre half.
Will be Taylor to take. Berry is in there. Israeli head does manage to get on the end of it. Neat first touch from Berry, allowed to turn. Uses black, gets her shot away, but it's always going to be a rather comfortable save. Again, it's that confidence of the Scotland players to take on the shot when it's on, even from distance.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was great to see the player dropping under there, Lucy Berry, who's a fantastic focal point up top for Scotland. She's a very strong striker, a very kind of typical number 9, and I think we'll see a lot of good work from her today.
A little bit too keen that time though from Berry. Israel will take this welcome free kick, just a little bit of respite, and can try and get a little bit of time on the ball. Scotland have really been on top since scoring that opener. Mika Kynan, the player down, she's taking quite a slow one and will require a little bit of attention. Keenan is thankfully back up onto her feet. Certainly feeling the effects of that challenge from Berry. Will be in Israeli corner. A free kick rather. Scooped up by Husband. Greenwood. A little bit of composure all the way back to Easton. And Finney has time and space to charge, clipping the ball in for Erin Brown, and just a little too much power on that one, but the turn was nice from Brown there, Joelle.
Yeah, she's done well to hold the defender off there, and there was just a little bit too much on the ball forward, but you can see the intent from Scotland. Maddie Finney there, when there's not a pass on, she's looking to drive and commit and try and bring Israel out of that kind of defensive discipline.
Managing to win possession on the far side of Husband. Tal on the turn. Rangers unable to find a teammate with that pass. Greenwood so comfortable with the ball at her feet. Black just not on the same wavelength there though as Greenwood, but she has managed to gain back possession, although quickly back in the feet of Israel. Just got a little bit scrappy there. Thankfully nothing too dangerous from a Scotland perspective. Referee unhappy with the throw on the far side. Finney into Greenwood. A bit wayward that pass. I think the conditions had a little part to play. Black has managed to keep it in. Israel managing to gain some ground through an unfortunate slack pass from Maddie Finney. Black tightly marshalling on the far side. Taylor trying to come away with it. Scotland again winning a throw. And it will be an Israeli throw. The other side managing to keep the ball in play right now. As you say, it's a blistering day here in the north of Edinburgh. Black trying to bring that down. Israel take the throw in quick. Greenwood pops it right back out for another. Moore unable to find a teammate now, and Scotland can try to string some passes together. Maddie Finney stepping forward. Berry showing short, uses Clark. She's unleashed Erin Brown. The offside flag is up. Again, a neat passage of play, and in the early stages you're seeing the pace of Erin Brown. She really doesn't need to be offside, Joel.
Yeah, absolutely. I think with her pace she can afford to give the defenders a yard or two. But yeah, like you said there, Amy, it was a fantastic phase of play. The ball into Lucy Berry's feet, Mason Clark dropping under, and then the player in Brown running in behind. So yeah, I think prior to that phase it was a little bit sloppy, so Scotland need to get the foot back on the ball and start enjoying the ball again.
Has been doing well. She's not managed to keep that in there. Ariel will take this throw. Clark again getting in ahead. Unable to come away with it though. Gilson has it. The ball in is never troubling Easton. Kenny again driving forward, looking for the pass for Erin Brown. She's found her. Back for Husband. Clark with a nice turn and pass into Taylor. Just intercepted by the back line of Israel. And the visitors are trying to come away with it. Ball into Peretz is intercepted. Brown certainly felt a sore one there. Finney though managing to get things back under control for Scotland. Jessica Husband trying to find the feet of Laura Berry, unable to do so. Clark again imposing pressure in the middle of the park. Israel managing to come away with it though. Rebecca Taylor working back, done very well. With the help of Erin Husband. More composed from Scotland again. Husband picking out Black. Mason Clark with a little bit of room to drive, picks out the run of Laura Berry. She's through on goal. It's a decent save from the goalkeeper. It was really backline. We're looking for an offside flag. It wasn't forthcoming. A neat passage of play there with Mason Clark right at the forefront of it, Joel.
Yeah, it definitely was, and it came from our kind of backline all the way through the thirds, and Lucy Berry done well to peel off the shoulder of the defender there and create that space for her, but equally so the goalkeeper done well to stand her up.
Becca Taylor again forcing a good save. Clark on the edge of the box has another pop. That one's always going a little bit wayward, but Rebecca Taylor is certainly enjoying her afternoon so far, and she is full of confidence. Nice pressure again. Captain Veda. Freeman managing to get her toe in there. Overcooked by Husband. She's won a foul though. Amy Black taking her time here. A couple of players' laces clearly out. Slots along to Finney. Greenwood has space. Plenty time again, unable to find a teammate though. Cohen getting a crucial interception and reading the direction of play rather well. Black coming short, feeling the effects of a tile shove. Minutes of play gone here at Ainslie Park and Joel. Do you think the fact that Scotland did get that early goal, Pauline McDonald will be slightly disappointed that they've not perhaps managed to get a little bit of a further stranglehold on it as Laura Berry tries to bear down on goal? But going back to that original question, that it's been a little bit sloppy of late.
It certainly has. It's kind of the games kind of came in peaks and troughs, with good spells for Scotland, but equally so quite sloppy spells. And like you said, I think that early goal, you would have hoped that we would have tried to capitalise on that and get the second, and we have had chances to do so. We've just not taken them.
Black showing short back to Taylor. Almost just cannons of Amy Black. Sophia Black still has it though. Clearance only as far as Mason Clark. Taylor just unable to keep that one in her control.
Yeah, good opportunity there for Amy Black from the second phase of that cross, and I don't know if she just caught it too late. I think she was maybe distracted by the player in front of her and just didn't see it till the last second. Otherwise, you'd like to think she would have got a cleaner connection on it.
Israel's just running the ball out of play. Finney with plenty space again.
Yeah, you can hear Pauline McDonald on the touchline there asking Mason Clark to stay away and not block that passing line. I think they've identified a weakness in the opposition whereby they feel they can exploit the ball from defence up to attack quite quickly and quite directly.
Into the feet of Berry, trying to flick on for Erin Brown. She's managed to get the ball anyway. Clark now back to Berry, who has time to charge. Decent clearance from Vida. Husband. Throw-in has managed to find Laura Berry, does manage to get a touch on it. Keeper comes out as well. There's our sore one, which will receive a little bit of attention. And just give Pauline McDonald in our side a little bit of respite and a few words of wisdom in case they couldn't hear her.
I'm sure they can hear it, Amy.
Greenwood. Berry trying to turn, hasn't managed to ride that challenge. Scotland stretching play again. Taylor doing well to keep the ball. Again, though, managing to come away with it only as far as black. There will be a free kick for Scotland. You see what was in there?
Didn't see it, Amy, but the referee certainly wasn't happy, so it must have been something worthy of that reaction.
Makes me feel a little bit better if you're not spotting it either. Few perplexed faces around here. Nonetheless, Rebecca Taylor will take this free kick. Taylor to send in. Berry's in there and the offside flag is up. It was a very enticing delivery, Joelle.
A fantastic delivery there from Taylor. That's the type of ball you want into the box from that area there. So, like you said, it's an enticing ball, and unfortunately for us, although we got the first contact, we were slightly offside.
Taylor again getting ahead there, driving down to the goal line, managing to get her ball across. Clark had made the run. Israel now, though, are able to come free through Cohen, trying to spot the run off Perez. Finney reading well.
Yeah, she's read the ball well. I think you can hear Pauline McDonald, she's asking her if she could have taken a bit of a touch there instead of putting the ball out, take a touch and regain the ball.
A player down in the middle of the park for Israel, Mika Keenan. She was suffering the effects earlier on. She went off on the far side. Physio saw to her and some cries below us, perhaps of a little bit of dizziness. And it still remains a very grey area in the game. She certainly seems to be struggling, Joelle.
Yeah, she does. Like you said, I think she's not managed to kind of shake off the effects of that earlier challenge, and like you said, the shouts from down below us was that she was dizzy. So I think when a concussion comes into question, you can't take any kind of risks, and I think we'll see a substitution here.
Israel will be making a substitution shortly. Pauline McDonald just enjoying the time to get some messages into her side. Just over 15 minutes still to go in this first half. Appears it will be Ella Seton coming on for Israel. For now even down to 10 players. Scotland can capitalise on the player advantage with Taylor coming forward. Laura Berry trying to get in and behind. She's managed to get onto the end of it. There is Erin Brown, shot blocked. Again, Israel clearing their lines as far as Greenwood. Trying again to find the feet of Berry, Black and Clark, forcing it out right again. Erin Husband driving forward now. Black with a neat touch, just perhaps asking a little too much off Taylor. And Israel will make this substitution. Ella Setton coming on. Again, some slightly tidier play there from Scotland, Joelle.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice phasey play. Erin Husband driving inside the pitch, which she does really well. She gives you the ability to go inside or outside, and on that occasion she came inside, and then unfortunately the final ball just didn't have enough of an angle on it.
Golden managing to get a foot on the ball. Berry back to Clark. Chip ball, asking for Berry on the reply. She's managed to gain possession. Still going, Laura Berry, and it almost just seemed that the ball wouldn't quite come down. It was getting a little bit stuck beneath her feet there, Joelle.
Yeah, it was, but she showed a fantastic ability, a fantastic running ability there. She's an extremely strong player on the ball, and you could see that when she was shrugging off the two or the three opposition players.
Greenwood asking a little too much of Erin Husband. Erin Husband operating on the right flank and Jessica Husband operating on the left. Black. Greenwood getting ahead. Comes back to Black. Taylor. A little bit of pressure. Husband. Driving into Berry. Clark tussling back possession. Greenwood under a little bit of pressure from Moore. Easton hasn't had a lot to do. Ball is out though from Finney into Husband, and it will be an Israeli throw just below us. Only Ariel to take. Finney getting there first. Berry breaking away. Still has it, Berry. Players up in support now. Can she find a teammate? Israel defending strong only as far as Husband though. Cutting inside. Using the width. Berry to fire in. Major managing to ensure no corner, and the shot was always flying high and wide there. Just over 10 minutes to go off the first half left. Scotland 1, Israel 0. Goulden spotting Ariel on the chase. To Goulden. More now. Through ball. Offside flag is up on this far side, and it was a neat finish. It was a lovely finish, wasn't it, Joelle?
Yeah, it was lovely. Did you see by the look on my face? I was extremely surprised there. But yeah, it was a good passage of play there from Israel. They're kind of grown into the game. They're playing higher up the pitch, and they look more comfortable and confident on the ball. So for us, we need to ensure that we get back to playing positively and start enjoying the ball again.
Substitute set in. Black managing to get a foot in there, and Berry coming away with it again. Spots the run of Clark, just brushes by. No takers in the box. Routine for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think Mason just needs to realise and appreciate there that there's no one in the box, so the better option would be to kind of hold on to the ball and recycle it.
Into Husband, cutting inside, using Greenwood, trying to find Erin Brown. You can see that's what Scotland are wanting to do. Clark back to Black. Trying to pull the strings and start a fresh wave of attack. It's Taylor just isn't quite going to get on the end of that one from Husband. Brodie Greenwood saying earlier on that her idols are Kira Walsh, Luka Modric, setting high standards, Joelle.
Yeah, she certainly is, and for me, for the kind of majority of this half, I've been watching Brodie on and off the ball, and she actually reminds me of a young Caroline Weir. She's got all the characteristics that Caroline had when she was first kind of starting out in the game, and she's a special talent. I think Rachel Corsie mentioned the same. I don't know if that was the Aberdeen connections there, but certainly I think Brodie's got a long career in the game.
They all look out for each other up there, don't they?
They certainly do.
Don't think she'll mind being compared to Caroline Weir either, mind you.
No, as we all would.
Worth mentioning as well, she took that decision to go out on loan to St Johnstone, and it's crucial at this stage of her career, Joelle, to be getting first team minutes in a competitive league rather than perhaps sitting and only getting fleeting minutes in an SWPL1 side.
Yeah, absolutely. I think she's made a good decision. She's taken herself out of her comfort zone, because the last thing you want is her playing at a level where she's probably the better player and not being challenged. So all credit to her for making that decision, and as I say, taking herself out of her comfort zone.
Penny finds Brown back to Husband. Very well use her pace, but just going a little bit too quickly again, and the offside flag is up. Will be a change for Scotland actually, just before the end of the first half. Erin Brown departing, and coming on in her place is Lucy Barclay of Celtic. I think that has to be a little injury, Joelle.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. I was just looking down to the technical area there just to see if there was anything, because it seems a strange substitution just before half time. Strange in the timing, should I add, and not the personnel.
Absolutely, absolutely. Scotland have been keen to use Erin Brown, so it'll be interesting if they do the same with Lucy Barclay and taking advantage. But meanwhile, on the other side, Rebecca Taylor working her way down to the byline again, and an early chance for Barclay to get on the score sheet. Again, a cracking cross from Taylor. Perhaps Barclay just couldn't quite believe the space and time she had in that area.
Yeah, maybe came too soon for her. But what a ball across the 6-yard box there from Taylor. She's been lively in the first half, so hopefully she can continue that kind of veiny form into the second half.
Hazen using her strength well, initially won that ball back for Israel. Berry just unable to replicate it for Scotland. Set in, unchallenged, and able rather to gain plenty yards for Israel there. Tal back to her. Beja. Ariel now. Trying to spot the run of Gulden. That was just always overcooked. Berry taking that down on the chest. Brushing by, set in. Cries for a corner, but there will be a goal kick for Israel. Trying to put Ariel under a little bit of pressure. Clark getting in there. Coming back, Black. Berry quite clearly shoved off the ball there, and that's always going to be a free kick. Greenwood takes quickly out to Husband. Taylor's trying to get her ball across quickly, straight into the grasp. Israel keeper. Again, it's been a rather strong finish to the half for Scotland, Joelle.
Yeah, absolutely so. I think, like we said earlier, they would have hoped to have capitalised on that early goal. But I think they've been in control of the first half for large spells. They've dominated the ball, and like you said, they're kind of been grown into the game. However, as have Israel, I think Israel equally so are finishing the half stronger than they started it.
He's on that far side, proving to be quite an outlet for Israel, as Black links up again with Taylor, driving down to the byline. Scotland will have at least one more corner before the half is out. So Maddie Finney and Amy Black make their way up, hoping to get on the end of one of Rebecca Taylor's deliveries. Which have so far been pretty decent. Taylor's delivery in the direction of Berry, and it will be a goal kick, just as the fourth official makes notice that there will be 3 minutes additional time at the end of this first half.
3 minutes additional time.
Trying to come away with it, but instead Israel doing. Here comes Ariel, supported by Gulden. Husband does well, drives away with it. Clark using Barclay. Just comes off Husband there, unfortunately, for the substitute. Finney will see that one out comfortably. Black through the legs, managing to find Berry, going tightly on her. Greenwood trying to spot Black on the charge. Barclay. Black and Barclay managing to win a Scotland throw. Husband straight into the path of Cohen there. There will be a free kick for Israel. Rage it up. Barclay managing to get in ahead again. Ariel getting the ball back into play. And that is the half-time whistle. Scotland lead here at Ainslie Park 1-0 through Rebecca Taylor's goal inside the opening 4 minutes of play. Scotland have failed to add to their tally, get a strong hold on the match. But you'd have to imagine Pauline McDonald will be pleased with the aspects of the performance in that first half, Joelle.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot of good kind of aspects that Pauline will be positive about. There'll be a few things that she'll be looking to probably tidy up going into the second half, but I think overall the group can be pleased with the performance they put in.
We're off to hopefully get some heat inside us at a freezing cold Ainslie Park, and we'll be back in 15 minutes or so. But do stay tuned for some delightful viewing in the form of Scotland national team VTs. We will catch you back in around 15 minutes.
I'm Sam Kerr. This is where I grew up. This is where I fell in love with the game. This is Falkirk. So I'll just take you into my house now. This is where my mum would shout at me to take my shoes off. This is up the stairs. This is also where, when I was younger, I got a sledge and I went all the way through, down the stairs and through the wall at the bottom of the house. That put my mum's good book. And then this is also my first competitive debut shot up there.
Well, she was always active, as the word. She was always outside, always playing with the boys, climbing trees, and she doesn't know how good she is. And when she got into the football academy, she didn't want to go because it was a different school. All her friends were going to a different school. So I said to her, go and have a try. If you don't like it, you can stop. And she was like, no. I said, I'll give you £10 a week. And that, and I had to pay her £10 a week all the way up to 5th year.
And Sam was basically like running rings with all the guys, and she was scoring all the goals, and they were all carrying Sam about at the end. And when I seen her, I just thought, she's amazing, by the way. She's just shrugging all the boys off. They couldn't cope with her, eh? She was just so good.
I could hardly go to any of Sam's games because she's got a brother who's got disabilities. I found it difficult not being able to go and support her. But now her brother's got some carers in now. If I won't miss a match, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously this is the area I grew up in, and then just here to my left is the big field that we used to always play football in. So I think it would be me and about 20 other boys. We'd use our jumpers for goals and we'd put them down, and we used to play cuppy doubles and everything here. My mum would always tell me to come in when the street lights came on or when the ice cream van came, but I never did. And I used to always try to sneak away when it got to that time, and she'd be hunting the streets looking for me. So yeah, there's great memories here, and yeah, we were troublemakers, but we had lots of fun. Yeah, so that was kind of how it was. I'm not like that anymore, thankfully, but yeah, that was kind of what I was like growing up. Yeah, well, definitely Falkirk's a small town, and you know everyone and everyone knows you, so coming back here, it's where you grow up. Like, you're so familiar with the place and it's where you feel comfortable most. So I love coming back home. I love seeing my family that are here, and definitely when you come back to a small town you get a wee bit more recognition and people notice you a wee bit more. But I think the main thing for me is Falkirk is obviously where I grew up, and it is home for me, and no matter where I go, like this will always be like a place for me and a special place in my heart. We're just going out to meet my first ever coach, Ian Dibden, where it all started, and he's the one that put his trust and belief in me and got me to where I am today.
How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
It's good. Oh, listen, it's fantastic being here again.
How was I when I was younger? Obviously, I can't really remember.
The big memories I've got of you, right, is Scottish Cup win.
Yeah.
Can you remember that? There's a video footage of it. We were playing against Hearts. Yep. Yeah. It's 0-0. They have a corner. The ball comes in. You head of the ball, and as you're running, you do this where you sort your hair, right?
Fix my hair.
Fix your hair. Continued running. I think you played the ball and you received a wall pass. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper and flicked into the back post.
Yeah, I think like when it comes to like where did it all start, like
yeah. I
never stopped praising you, because you gave me those experiences when I was younger, gave me the opportunity to play all over the place, to travel.
You're giving me more credit than I deserved.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you inspired yourself, you know, to do it. I was part of that journey, and you've come in contact with other coaches.
Oh God, I'm getting too emotional here. This is so cute. Yeah. So I'm just going to drive up to my gran's now, so we're going to go see my gran and ask her a few questions and have a sit down with her. So I'm sure she'll have a lot to say, and to say how proud she is of me.
Oh,
hi, Gran.
Good to see you. Great to see you.
Well, our tradition is I come in and I have a cup of tea and a Kit Kat chunky.
Which is?
Because that's our tradition.
She played football everywhere. But she's always run about, and used to take her out and she disappeared for about an hour. We found her on the roof of a building one time and all the mothers are standing in horror. She was really bad that way. She just was always going to be famous, I think. And you always play well even if you say you don't.
Yeah.
I think so anyway. No, from the very early days I knew that she was going to be good. Lovely, focused, determined, and she got there. So I'm very proud. We all are.
I love you so much, and
I love you so much too.
And I'm getting gonna cry. And thank you for always supporting me.
Always.
And, yeah.
Forever. Until I'm not up here.
Yeah. But yeah. No, just thank you, and I love you so much.
Me too.
I'm crying.
Oh, don't you have me starting? Start me now.
Yeah. Come here.
Oh. Lovely girl.
God, I'm nearly crying.
I've got plenty of hankies around here.
Sure.
second half in this match this afternoon. So please take your seats and get right behind the viewers once again for the second half. Enjoy the match.
And the second half is just underway here at Ainslie Park. Scotland 1-0 up against Israel, courtesy of Rebecca Taylor's goal inside the opening 4 minutes. Certainly more dominant side throughout the first half. Did allow Israel to try and work their way back into the game. Under a little bit of pressure from Hazan.
Lucy, you're putting this way, come in! In, higher! Keep coming! That's fine there, you're fine!
There's a foul throw from Erin Husband. You don't see them too often, or in fact you see them all the time throughout the game, but not perhaps always called up on. Referee unhappy there though, and it's Hazan again managing to break away, but the offside flag is up. And the stop-start nature that began to creep into the first half has started at the beginning of the second as Taylor tries to pick out Berry. But the substitute set in, reading it well. And Joelle, feel free to keep your answer short while the coffee is still hot. But what do you think Polly McDonald's message would have been at half-time?
I think just more of the same. I think we need to get back to enjoying the ball. We had large spells in the first half where we were patient. We were kind of switching left to right and right to left, and then picking our pass forward. And I think those will be the messages that Pauline would have kind of communicated to the team at half time.
Barclay managing to clear up for Berry. Taylor in support. Rangers teammate has it back. Berry now opting to drive down to the byline, gets her shot across into the path of Black. Just takes a little bit too much time.
Yeah, Laura Berry's been an absolute handful for the Israel defence all throughout this game. A fantastic ball into the box there, and Black actually does the hard part with the first touch and just doesn't get the shot away quick enough.
Reading there from Taylor, attacking the ball. Again using Berry. Greenwood popping up. Clark trying to go with the audacious effort back to Taylor. She's feeling that one. And Israel managed to come away with it though. Black working back, working hard. Forced that one out for a Scotland throw. Taylor back on her feet. Finney out to Husband. Intercepted by Ariel. Husband managing to shoulder that one out. And it will be an Easton goal kick. Israel pressing a little higher in the second half. Taylor again, tightly marked. Ball up the channel into Black. Seaton picking up. Black managing to almost get it back, though Greenwood will try and impose some composure. Clark bringing it down, asking for a little bit too much time. Golden trying to get it through, managing to win a free kick off Finney. One of the more promising positions for Israel in the entirety of the match, really, Joel.
Yeah, Israel have started the second half very strong, on the front foot, and very positive. They almost look like a different team, so it'd be interesting to see and hear what was said to them at half time.
Good luck trying to figure it out, like, but
I know, I think we could have sat in the dressing room and still not be
a lot of
aware.
nodding. Will be Captain Oveja to take. Going for goal, that's never going to be troubling Eva Esden, though, in the goal. Glasgow City keeper. Not bad being a keeper at City when you get to look up to Erin Clackers and Lee Alexander, Lee Gibson.
Yeah, I know. I do the same.
Do the same every time.
I know, two fantastic role models to look up to and learn from. So certainly Easton's in fantastic hands there.
Shot from distance blocked by Black. Has been managing to deal with the follow-up. And on the far side, Barclay winning a free kick for Scotland. Trying to find Berry with the throw, having a second go at it. Sitting. Tal. Taylor coming away with it. Barclay again trying to find that threaded pass into the path of Berry. Alex hooked clearance. Barclay managing to latch onto that through ball, trying to pick out a ball on the far side for Taylor, but Israel goalkeeper again reading play well, perhaps aided by the conditions a little. It was good work from Barclay on the far side. Again, Scotland are enjoying operating the flanks, using them well.
Yeah, they've had a lot of success down the wide areas. I think that's been an area that Pauline has kind of look to exploit, because predominantly the ball is going down the outside and it's not really coming inside or going through the park centrally. Here and there, Pauline MacDonald, I think the formation's changed. I think we're going now a 4-4-2, which should hopefully help with those two strikers spearheading the attack.
Far side, Clark again, never shying from a challenge. Just a little bit too powerful again from Tal. Scotland winning the free kick. Husband finding Taylor with the searching pass. And there will be a foul in the midst there for Scotland. It's a bit too powerful from Hazan. Rebecca Taylor will deliver as she has done so all afternoon. Nodded away at the front post by Hazan. Clark still in there. Husband sending it back in. Deflection on the way, killing the pace a little. Scotland regroup. Black looking for that run off Berry, manages to find her, trying to tease a ball through for Taylor, who's just operating slightly higher, as Joelle said. Scotland now opting for a 4-4-2 formation, trying to break behind the Israeli lines. He's been cutting in. Black to Taylor now, teeing up against Setton, driving ball across, cleared. Build-up play from Scotland is decent, just that final pass, final execution being read well by Israel. It's spoken of so often now in the game, and Polly MacDonald want to reiterate it, but Scotland are recycling the ball really rather well. Is Berry now cutting in, getting her shot away. But that will really please Polly MacDonald. Scotland just kept coming and coming at Israel there, Joelle.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's kind of the first spell in this second half where Scotland have kind of shown their dominance, working the ball from both sides and then getting it forward to Laura Berry. And Laura Berry created that opportunity for herself, so you can't argue or deny her the shooting opportunity, but she'll probably be disappointed with the execution of that final shot there.
Another free kick for Scotland, for Taylor to deliver. I'll take her time just as Finney and Black make their way up from defence. We whipped in with the right foot, and again it's just right into the path of the Israel goalkeeper. Israel again just having some substitutes warming up down on this near side. Here's Taylor Moore, and Smadar Cohen will be joining us shortly. Black again just well intercepted by Ovedia. Ariel now. Trying to find Berry. Setton getting in ahead. Taylor trying to win back possession. He's forcing Israel back a little bit, allowing for those substitutes to be made. Tal Matal will be coming off. for Talia Moore. And it will be Shira Perez up top for Smadar Cohen. Israel trying to get Smadar Cohen on the ball right away. Rebecca Taylor though now booming forward for Scotland. Picking out Berry. Clark now managing to keep the ball on the turn. Stretching play out to Husband. She takes the shot, forcing a decent save. And a corner will come for Scotland. Teasing from Jessica Husband.
Yeah, it was a fantastic strike from distance. I think if the keeper didn't get across our box so quickly, I think we would have seen that nestle in the top corner there, Amy.
Taylor's trotted over to the far side to take this corner. Taylor's ball into the mix. Barclay was in there, never really troubling. It was really backlining for those eagle-eyed viewers. It's Smadar Cohen who's came on up top for Israel. It appears she's wearing a skirt. Certainly the first time I've ever seen that. Trying to spot Cohen there. Instead Hazan. Managing to test Husband. Hazan on the turn, powering well. Just runs out of yards. Black to Berry on the turn. Managing to keep it under control. Laura Berry supported by Rebecca Taylor. Instead she flies solo, trying to pick out Clark instead inside the box. Taylor was the option, and perhaps there Laura Berry just had too many options to choose from, Joelle.
Yeah, you're right, Amy. I think Taylor was the better option there. She's driven and passed into a heavily congested area when Rebecca Taylor was just outside her on the overlap for a simple slip ball.
Just unable to get the ball in there. Cohen's looping clearance comes back to Taylor. Has another go at it though. Cohen instead drives away using Hazan. Again, just running out of space on this near side. Referee just unhappy there with the ball being used. Here we go again. Coming out to Barclay. Amy Black into Sophie Black. And Scotland just stretching play. Marking it across the back line. Berry being tussled there, and it will be a free kick for Scotland. Against Oveja. Captain being called in for a little word from the referee again. But before this free kick is taken, Scotland will be making a substitute. Lisa Forrest of Glasgow City coming on. Sophie Black departing for her.
And she's been replaced by number 11, Lisa Forrest.
Lisa Forrest, another one who's been enjoying some moments in the Glasgow City first team, getting a goal a couple of weeks back against Partick Thistle, and what a group to be involved in right now, Joelle.
Yeah, absolutely. Signed our first professional contract in January, and that goal came quickly on the back of that, Amy. So yeah, a fantastic prospect and another talented player, and coming from the Glasgow City Academy.
Nicking my stats, my points of information.
Sorry, you'll need to be quicker to get them in.
A cutthroat business as ever. Doing well to tussle on that far side. Husband going back to Easton, who has been kept rather quiet. Credit to our backline for that. A little bit of a mismatch there. But Israel do manage to clear without being punished too heavily. Cohen on the turn, nice first touch. Trying to spin away, but Mason Clark quick to it. Raja winning that, Black contesting. Husband managing to come away with it, Clark offering. Husband instead going solo. Berry dropping short, and now Rebecca Taylor has acres of space to drive in on goal, supported by Lisa Forrest. Forrest with the first touch, doesn't manage to beat the Israeli goalkeeper, and really that had to be 2-0 Scotland there, Joelle.
Yeah, fantastic opportunity, and like you said, we need to be taking care of those chances and opportunities, because as much as we dominate the ball at 1-0, Israel are still in the game. But yeah, I think Lisa Forrest didn't realise how much time and space she had on the ball there.
Fantastic work by Rebecca Taylor again. She's been putting in some shift, perhaps hobbling a little bit now, but she'll be more than okay to take this free kick, you'd think. Again, a few Israeli players down, a few laces being tied. That's certainly been the tune of the afternoon.
Yeah, a wee double knot will probably do the trick.
Erin Husband certainly given Ava Eastons a quadruple knot here, it seems.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a quadruple one or if it's just a case of the fingers being so
cold. Both more than valid excuses. Goulden is back on her feet for Israel though. Won't be able to play a part in defending this free kick. Taylor opts to go short into Greenwood. And Finney and Black will resort to a more defensive position.
Yeah, there's nothing worse as a centre back when you go up and expect the ball into the box and the short ball doesn't come off. you need to kind of make your way back with your tail between your legs.
A needless venture. Taylor. Going back to Finney. It's about 20 minutes to go here at Ainslie Park. Scotland 1, Israel 0. In this first match of League B qualifiers, round 2. Barkley trying to get her ball across, but she had just ran out of play. Pitch is big enough here, honestly. We don't need to be getting it any bigger.
Yeah, I've played it on that pitch a few times and I can certainly vouch for that.
Hazan. Husband clears that into the path of Berry. Nice first touch. Allowing Rebecca Taylor through. She gives it back to Berry. Forrest is in support. Berry still has it. Again, Laura Berry not opting to use Lisa Forrest this time around. Again, just another venture into the Israeli box from Scotland, not coming out with a goal, as Israel again will be making a substitute. Eyes coming on, and departing is Goulden.
Substitution for Israel coming on is number 17, Abby Hannah Golden. And being replaced by number 7, Abby Shag Ice.
Berry taking that one in. Taylor on the turn, giving it back to husband, looking across the line, but she is offside. Putting Seton under a hefty amount of pressure, trying to contain Israel to their own final third. Taylor again, managing to keep that in play, uses husband. Working back to Greenwood. Heavier touch, and Rebecca Taylor just unable to keep that in play. Game just lacking in a little bit of fluency again, as Berry is more than manhandled. Not anything forthcoming though, much to her dismay. And again, here comes Cohen for Israel. Easton having to quickly get back into her own box, and perhaps if Cohen had looked up a little bit quicker, should have spotted Easton was way off her line, but instead opted for the drive, and the final product never going to be testing the Scotland goalkeeper.
Yeah, Cohen's been lively since coming on, Amy. It's surprising that she didn't start, but she's been extremely lively, and the Scottish defence needs to be at the top of their game to ensure that we don't give anything away in the latter stages of this game.
Such a slender lead that they do possess, despite dominance in possession and chances, and certainly ventures into the final third. Still just that one solitary goal from Rebecca Taylor, separating the sides. Forrest trying to get in ahead. 15 minutes or so to go. Taylor doing well to keep that in play, but only as far as Hazan Clark, though, managing to regain possession. Through ball from Barclay into Forrest. Again, the Glasgow City player just unable to keep that one under her control. So important for Scotland in such a small tournament, just the 3 teams competing 2 games each. Get off to a win. Polly McDonald's certainly keen to win this group, given it's on the home turf. Really get into that League A, testing Scotland against the top sides across Europe. That'd be great for these players really to see where they weigh up, as Laura Berry be more than lively using Rebecca Taylor in her. Well, was it a shot or was it a cross? You tell me, Joelle. She'll certainly take it no matter what. She's got a brimming smile on her face. A fantastic effort from Rebecca Taylor. I reckon it was a cross, but no matter what, it's nestled into the side of the net, and Scotland do have that crucial second goal. Scotland 2, Israel 0, and both goals coming from Rebecca Taylor.
Yeah, Rebecca Taylor for me the top player in this game so far, so it doesn't surprise me that she's added to her goal in the first half, and like you said, I think it was a cross, but she doesn't care, we don't care, we're 2-0 up. That will certainly please Polly McDonald, as we were just saying. Scotland so dominant in possession in this game, and perhaps now with that little bit of a cushion, Israel will have to open up, allowing Rebecca Taylor again now boom into the box. She's on a hat-trick, she's always going to be taking that shot on her own, forcing a decent save off the knees of the Israeli goalkeeper, and you would suspect that gaps may just start to appear a little bit more as Israel are forced to open up. Taylor will be hoping to turn provider, just about to take the corner though, and the referee's a little bit unhappy with something. Lisa Forrest in there, just having a word with some of the Israel players too. Taylor will get her chance. Drilling ball in, and Laura Berry, what an effort, has it crossed the line? The Scotland players are certainly appealing, it's still in the midst. Lisa Forrest's header coming close again. A cracking effort from Laura Berry. Her efforts do deserve a goal. She's on the turn again, gets her shot away, and that's out for a goal kick. But well, we don't have replays here, but that ought to have been close, going by the reaction of the players, Joelle. Yeah, I think it was extremely close. Bouncing down off the bar onto what looks like the goal line there, but Berry's done fantastically well to dig that ball out from behind her, get a fantastic connection on the ball and divert it goalwards, and unluckily for her and for us, it didn't find its way over the line. Understandably, more of a confidence in this Scotland side now, knowing they have that slightly better cushion, safer cushion, heading into the final 10 minutes or so here at Ainslie Park. Looks like Polly McDonald may be making some substitutions at some point soon as well. Berry crying out for a free kick there, and instead it's managed to go against her. Very unhappy with the decision.
Aveja. Mason Clark managing to come away with it for Scotland. Powering through. Still on the run. Clark picking out Lisa Forrest. Keeper comes off her line, and Lisa Forrest with a cool, calm and composed finish. Scotland 3-0 up. And that is a sweet, sweet strike from Lisa Forrest, Joelle.
Yeah, it was great. It was created by a fantastic run there from Clark. Finally getting the chance to showcase her ability and her kind of driving, strong, powerful run on the ball. But a great threaded pass, penetrating that defensive line, and fantastic from Lisa Forrest to beat the offside trap and finish coolly beyond the goalkeeper.
And with that third goal going in, Scotland are going to make 3 changes. Maya MacArthur, Holly Daniel and Jessica Linden coming on. Jessica Husband certainly one of the 3 departing. So too Mason Clark, who played such a pivotal role in that third goal, as Joelle was just saying. And the final substitution, double goal scorer Rebecca Taylor already taking up her position in the dugout. She's put in some shift this afternoon, and barring perhaps a final 10-minute hat-trick from someone, I imagine, Joelle, she may be your player of the match.
Yeah, absolutely. And not just for the 2 goals, Amy. I think she's been a consistent threat in this Israel side. She's got fantastic ability, both left and right foot. You don't know if she's coming inside, if she's going outside, and a very deserving player of the match, in my opinion.
I don't think too many will disagree. And if they do, we won't know. That's the beauty. As Israel come away with it, trying to leave one mark on the game at least. Cohen certainly been one of the brighter sparks, as Joelle said. Be surprising if she doesn't start on Sunday against Georgia, you'd feel. Still going. Cohen managing to work a ball into the box, no takers though. Cannon back in. Berry. Again taking a sore one. Setton. Will work its way all the way back to Easton. Something a little bit different, asking a fair bit of Barclay there. Finney. Just a little bit too much on that one for Husband, and Hazan eager to get the ball back into play promptly. Berry intercepting though. Laura Berry bearing down on goals. She certainly wants a goal for herself. Still going, Laura Berry clipped on the way through before getting her shot away, and Lisa Forrest does so, but it is unable to trouble the goalkeeper, and Berry again down on the deck. Will be a goal kick. She's doing everything in her power, Joelle, to get a goal in this game, isn't she?
She is, and she fully deserves one for all our efforts on and off the ball. And for me, very surprised there that wasn't pulled back and given a penalty, because we obviously don't have a replay here, but for me, I think there was enough contact to award the penalty in that occasion.
Certainly halted in her tracks, and you would think, why else would she go down with a shot at goal destined to follow? But nonetheless, Israel with the goal kick. As we're into the final 5 minutes of regulation time here. And thank goodness, because it is getting bitterly cold at Ainslie Park.
You've took the words right out of my mouth there, Amy. Not that I'm willing for the final whistle, but it's absolutely freezing up here.
Assuming Scotland can see this out, though, a 3-0 victory makes it all the more worthwhile. Cohen. Tightly marked by Barclay. Hazan with a rather hopeful effort, just punted up to Easton. Hazan, though, did have the ball in the back of the net in the first half for that cracking finish, although she was offside by the time it nestled in the net. Barclay, neat turn. Plenty of options in front of her. Lucy Bartley still got it. Berry unable to test. Winning it back though is Lucy Barclay, and now ball whipped in by Holly Daniel, but Berry again just unable to get the desired connection on it. There's another Israel player is down just in the middle of the park. Ariston Daniel trying to force the ball out of play, and they've managed to do so. Hazan unable to keep it in play. Husband lofting that one over Daniel into the path of Berry. No mean feat lofting that over Holly Daniel. There's a foul down on that far side for Israel. Free kick given. Don't know if you saw too much in that one, Joelle.
No, I think it was just a coming together. I don't know if it was one of those ones where when you make the clearance, you then connect with the opposition player's boot, and those ones are just as bad, if not worse, than an impact. Nice play there from Israel, perhaps some of their best of the match. Showing a little bit too much there though for Forrest. Coming away with it again, going on the turn. Daniel up against Hazan, just showing too much and sending that one out of play. London. Free kick to Israel. Laura Berry again having a few words from the referee. They've certainly had many a conversation this afternoon. Hazan. Tilgeja. Cohen getting in. Hoping to receive it back. Finney. Doing very well there. And sending the ball up for Lisa Forrest and bearing down, but the offside flag is up. But from a defensive point of view, that was fantastic reading from Maddie Finney, Joelle. Yeah, she stepped in and cleared the danger, and resulting of that, it nearly started a counter-attack. Lisa Forrest was just coming back from an offside position, unfortunately. But yeah, fantastic defending there from Maddie Finney. Took control of the situation extremely well.
Lisa Forrest also shown a yellow card there. Just as the fourth official signal, there will be an additional 4 minutes added on time. Laura Berry did magnificently well to win that back from Hazan. Still has it. Berry uses Forrest on the inside, trying to spray it out to Linden. Daniel now, our substitute, has it. Again, Erin Husband had just moved on a little bit too far. She'll get the ball back into play quickly. Daniel not giving up. Pressuring from Linden, allowing Barclay and Forrest to turn away. Berry shrugs off. There will be a free kick right on the edge of the box. Laura Berry finally getting one going her way. This may be a prime opportunity for Scotland to get a final fourth. It really is right on the edge of the area. You can see Laura Berry just trying to move it back a little bit further and further, give herself an extra yard or so to be able to get it up and over. It doesn't really matter if anyone else wants to be taking it. It certainly appears it will be Laura Berry. Israel Wall getting pushed way back from where they were originally positioned. As Berry and Forrest over this free kick for now, at least. And it will be Laura Berry, and Laura Berry has her goal. Scotland have their fourth of the afternoon right from the free kick, won by Laura Berry and dispatched by Laura Berry. She more than deserves that, Joelle Murray.
She certainly does. She's put in a power of work today, and definitely deserves that goal. I did think it was an opportunity to go across the goalkeeper. I thought it was too close to get it up and over the wall from so close, but yeah, a fantastic strike, a fantastic decoy run from Lisa Forrest, and yeah, a very deserving goal for Laura Berry.
12 goals and 11 under-17 caps for Laura Berry. 9 goals in her first 5 games, aided by that quadruple against Albania almost a year ago now. Another one who saw minutes recently for the Rangers first team here at Ainslie Park on Sunday against Spartans and against Partick Thistle in the midweek last week. And there goes the full-time whistle. Scotland more than deserved, more than convincing winners against Israel this afternoon. 4 goals to 0. A brace from Rebecca Taylor before Lisa Forrest and Laura Berry got in on the act too. Plenty to ponder for Israel ahead of their game against Georgia on Sunday. Scotland back in action next Wednesday. Pauline McDonald with nearly a week with her side. And there'll be plenty positives to go over in this week of preparations. Joelle, there'll be many things that Pauline will be more than pleased about this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of positive aspects of play. There'll be a few things and a few areas that she'll be looking to improve as well. And like you said, there's a lot of time, ample time to look at both areas and aspects. But if we're talking about today and focusing on today, I think Pauline and the girls can be delighted with their opening match in this tournament. 4 goals and a clean sheet, you can't ask for much more.
4 goals and a clean sheet for Scotland. We're not going to be mucking around, we are freezing. So I thank Joel Murray for our company this afternoon. We will be back next week, next Wednesday, for Scotland against Georgia here at Ainslie Park. But until then, take care and on the young team.